Hi everyone, and welcome to the energy update from October 9th till 15th, 2023. My name is Heike, and I'm about to share with you what my guides told me for that week. It's definitely dominated by the solar eclipse we have now, new moon, so new beginning, and it's all in Libra, so obviously the themes that dominate this sign are also very much in focus. So the first topic I was given is, what do you deserve? This may be a question that's now coming up for you in your life and that you may feel inspired to examine about a little bit. So it's a question that you can ask yourself, having your relationships in mind. And those relationships can be family members, friends, romantic partners, or work relationships. I think I've got them all covered, hopefully. So family, friends, romantic partners, work colleagues. And we're not here to calculate, okay, what am I receiving of this person, what am I giving? No, that's business. But of course, it's about your needs and the way you want to be treated, and the way, of course, you treat others, because it's always vice versa. You receive what you give in general. There are exceptions, and of course those exceptions we're now trying to evaluate. So it's about respect, about being honored as a person with your demands, your desires and needs. And then the question is, of course, are you giving what you want to receive? Are you willing to do the same for the other person than what you're expecting? That's basically what it is. And of course, the other thing is, are you really honoring what you're receiving? Because sometimes the other person is giving us something, but we're not honoring it because we have certain expectations and views of what we want. And if we don't get that, we're annoyed and we don't see what else we're getting or we're receiving. And it's very, very important now to see that. But of course, if you have certain needs and your needs are never fulfilled, instead you're getting something different that you find not helpful, of course. Yeah, so that's what is meant there. If there is an imbalance, now it's the time to find out. And of course, the first step is always to, if you notice something like that, the first step is always to get really clear about what you want from a relationship, what your needs are, and also to decide what you don't want anymore. And then the second step is hand it over to the universe. So you assure that the perfect timing is that it's perfect timing when you tell someone or when you get your call to action. So it's not harsh or abrupt or not loving. So if you ask the universe for help, there's always it's always the right timing, it's always loving, it's always normally the best thing to do. Of course, there are exceptions. If there is violence in play or things like that, which I hope you're not experiencing, any of you, that's a different thing. So there are certain limits. I don't think I need to mention them. In that case, yes, stop, go immediately. And the third step then is, of course, the universe inspiring you to act, because when you got this gut feeling, or when the other person is already talking about it, then of course, that's the moment to talk about it. You just know it. It's the basic thing, follow your intuition. Okay, so the second topic is more equilibrium. And this is actually about the big shift that eclipses always offer. There's always a shift in consciousness, and the effects can be felt up to 6 months prior. So prior or past. I hope I said the right thing. Afterwards, I meant. Yeah, okay. Of course, in Libra, so justice, balance, harmony, beauty, all this, equilibrium, that's what it's about, peace. And what we need in relationships, of course, to have successful relationships and balanced relationships is to know, yes, to have clear what we deserve, but also to know our self-worth, to have enough self-confidence and be authentic, so other people know what they're getting, basically, yes, and know what the basis is that they are dealing with, yeah, in the other person. So it's very important having in mind that our emotions and the power of our emotions is also something that we need to have in mind, because sometimes our emotions can mislead us. You know that after a big meal you may not necessarily feel well, for example. So making decisions in that moment is not helpful. And this is just a very stupid example for, of course, always weigh your emotions with your mind. Yeah, what are you thinking? Without being a person that's calculating, what am I getting here? Because we know that's not the thing. It's, are your needs met? Are you honored, respected as a person? And are you honoring and respecting the other person? Because that's what makes a healthy relationship. And now in this time, actually, you stand a good chance to be able to attract new people into your life, who are then like meeting your standards. Because if you've got the clear, and if you have your basis clear, self-confidence, it's really important to know, to be authentic, to know your self-worth, to be self-confident. And if there are any issues around that still, now's a good time to work on those. So just check in with yourself. Where are you standing with all this? Just make sure that you are receiving as much as you're giving. So having this balance. If there is still something that you need to release or to work on, write it down. And also, if you notice that some situations repeat in your life, or you always get to know a certain people who are behaving in a certain way towards you, that's something, write it down and see the similarities, and then you will stop it. You will be able to stop it, because yeah, you will just write it down. This helps so much, because then you just realize what's happening. Okay, and you know, if there's anything more and you need more clues, you can do automatic writing. You can ask the universe for help, for example, in your dreams. You can look into the mirror, into your own eyes, and have the universe completing, or the subconscious mind, completing the sentence, so you get the information that you need, but you will get it. Okay, so the message from the Masters this week is, it is always a good idea to check in with yourself and with your life to see where you're standing. And this solar eclipse is connected to what we had in April 20th, I think we had a solar eclipse. But it's connected to those events in March and April. So if you think from there to now, how do you feel towards your life? In which way did your life change? Do you like it? do you not like it? And how do you feel about what has happened? Because maybe something has happened that you actually did not like, but you feel good about it because you noticed it was a valuable experience. Yeah, so this is why it's important to check in with the facts and the feelings. Okay, and I hope this is helpful in this case. And yeah, of course, then you know, is there anything to change? Or maybe you're content with anything and then it's celebrate. Okay, so lots and lots of love from the masters. That's what we have for this week. So thank you very much for your time and your attention. And please subscribe if you have not done it already, and share it so people who may get benefit out of this can listen to it. And if you want more from my guides, you can have it. There is Instagram at Heike Dance, and also a guided workout, because it's so important that our physical body also can process the energies, because it needs to. The trauma is stored in our body, so all our negative experiences leave a footprint in our body, and this is what we can work on. So please go to Feel Good Workout Heike Bartels, leave a subscription, and if there is anything more you need, communicate this, because we can do it. Lots and lots of love until the next week. Have a great week and see you then.